guys doing? It's I, Ian, skills. We're going to be talking about Superman and I'm going to do a quick breakdown of the characters. Superman is Superman. Really can't get that. He's more melodramatic for my taste, but this is CW. Everything's going to be drama. Hurts my soul to see him like that. But it does give some hints of the comic book feel. And he still leaps and bounds above how they betrayed him in Supergirl. On the other hand, there's a lot of weaknesses in the character. As you can see, I'm keep on going back and forth because for every good thing, there's a bad thing in this show. For instance, at this point of Superman's career, he should be more stable on how he does things, kids or no kids. Lois Lane, on the other hand, she to me is a bright spot. Her character is a stable, consistent feel throughout the whole show. The surprise to me is when I found out that Clark told Lois' father, who in the comic books and most iterations of the character have a disdain of Superman for being an outsider interfering with Earth's political climate, and he just sees him as a nuisance. So that was a big surprise. But even him, accepting the fact that Superman is part of his family, still treats Superman like crap because he still has the same beliefs. Superman should not be interfering, and he just sees a lot of issues coming up for his daughter's life. But my biggest crock for this show has to be those kids. When I first heard that Superman was going to do the whole Super Sons thing, I was very excited. Granted, Damian Wayne is not a thing in the CW verse, but I thought, wow, I'll be able to get to see young Jonathan Kent grow up and become the Superboy, something that we didn't really get in the comic books because of a certain person aging him up prematurely, which is still a sore spot for me. I mean, the new Jonathan Kent, the older Jonathan Kent, is not bad, just not what I wanted. And still not. So far, his character is a jerk. You could say he has a kind heart, but he treats his brother pretty badly in a lot of scenes in this show. You can chuck it up to just teenagers being teenagers. Most of us were jerks when we were kids. We just hope that you outgrow that and move on with your life. And the source of all the drama on this show, I don't even know if he's the youngest or the oldest, but personality-wise, I would charge him to being the youngest. All the drama comes from him. Right now, I don't like his archetype. It's like they split the Jonathan Kent from the comic books in half and squeeze all his insecurities and worries into one half of the twins and the athletic adventurous type in the other half. It's my hope, no, it's my prayer that their characters will grow on me. Because the way this show is positioned, the success of the show depends on those kids or early adults. They look like they're between the age of 18 and maybe 23. I'll give them a bone. Maybe they're about 16 in real life. But I really was hoping for them to be younger. I know we all saw the promos saying, and you saw their age, but I still can't get over it. The villain of this episode, or I guess this season, is forgettable. I already forgot his name. Didn't really do anything for me. And I know they said his name at the end, but by then I was already checked out. I'm sorry. It just didn't grab me. It irritated me. I found myself turning away to watch the news. I saw more of Clark Kent being Clark Kent, which is not always a bad thing because they're trying to set up the character. But you know what? I'll put it this way. I give this episode a 5. A 5 out of 10. Just middle of the road. I wasn't quite happy with it. And I wasn't quite unhappy. It gave me more or less of a blah feeling. I love Lois Lane. Superman was okay for what the part that we got. The kids, so far I don't like them. I'm just gonna say it. Their acting is okay, but their character arcs, archetypes, is something I never cared for in the comic books or in television shows or movies. Especially Jonathan Kent. I can't believe they have him as a jock. I want you guys to tell me what you think of think about the episode. Comment at the bottom, like, subscribe, and this weekend I'm gonna be doing a full crunch on WandaVision. Then I'm gonna put up my ratings through 1 through 8. I believe is coming up next. How I feel about the season. And then on the last episode next week, I would, well, I'll just tape it as I'm watching it, then upload it. Obviously, you won't be able to see what I'm watching, but let's all hope for the best, right? I'll give you a play-by-play. And then after that, we go straight into um, Hawk, maybe not Hawkeye. Mm. The Superman episode really screwed up me. I'm sorry. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Something I'm really looking forward to. Once again, I give this episode a 5 out of 10. A blah. Middle of the road. Stereotypical point by point episode that ran for extra half an hour for some reason. Well, it just feels like a waste. I'm sorry, man. I know I'm taking long pauses, but oh, this episode, man, hour and a half down the drain. All right, just good night, man.